How's it going there, folks? Welcome to what is sure to be another fun at-home table read. Tonight, we are doing what we are referring to as the Spider-Man. We're doing an abridged version of the Spider-Man movies pre-MCU. So we're doing the Tobey movies, the Andrew movies, all 5 of them in a very short amount of time. The script is relatively short, considering we're doing 5 full movies. So let's jump right in and introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, and I will be doing scene description.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'll be Tobey Maguire.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I'll be Kirsten Dunst.
Hi, I'm George, and I'll be the great James Franco.
Oh, Eric. I'll be Andrew Garfield.
I'm Curtis. I'm going to be Willem Dafoe.
I'm Logan. I'm going to be Alfred Molina.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I'll be playing Thomas Haden Church of Winged fame.
I'm Matt. I'll be playing Martin Sheen.
Why, hello there. I'm Travis. I'm playing Topper Grace.
Topher
Grace.
You had a 50-50 shot, and you already messed it up.
Orman.
And Anyway, Chelsea, take us away.
The Spider-Man. Spider-Man by Rod. Spider-Man 2 by James M. Spider-Man 3 by Rod. Amazing Spider-Man by Tom Shoot? I don't know. Amazing Spider-Man 2 by Chris W. and Lachlan R. All right. Interior Science Lab. Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, and various teens are on a field trip.
Hi, I'm Tobey Maguire. This introductory narration is banal and trite, existing only to set up my last line of the film. Anyway, if someone told you I was just your average kid, not a care in the world, somebody probably walked out of the theater after the first act to go see Star Wars again.
Desire me, desire me, desire me.
Sigh. I've been in love with Kirsten ever since I saw the September 2000 issue of Maxim.
As your only friend, Toby, I have to tell you that you should talk to her. But if you don't want to or something, I'll go bang her for you if that's cool.
I can't talk to her. I'm an awkward nerd, just like the audience. If only I had the superpowers of a spider, then she'd like me.
Yeah, or if you look like a Dawson's Creek reject like me.
He approaches Kirsten.
I heard you liked being in Dick, or maybe that was the other way around.
The last time, James. Yes, the carpet does match the curtains. Now go away.
While Tobey mentally undresses Kirsten, a spider bites him on the hand.
Heavens! I've been bitten by a radioactive, a genetically engineered spider, and now I feel extremely woozy and sick. I certainly shouldn't call a doctor. Instead, I will go home and lay on the floor until I get superpowers.
He does this.
I hope I get invisibility powers.
Interior, Tobey's room the next morning. Tobey awakens. He can see without his glasses, and he has muscles. He also implies that his penis grew, because one of the many powers of the spider is that it has apparently large genitals.
Wow, my vision is corrected, and I seem to have gone on a 5-month diet and exercise plan overnight. I will react in virtually no way to this. Time for school.
Cut to Interior Scientific Research Lab. Willem Dafoe enters a giant sci-fi chamber in the middle of his laboratory.
I must test out my bright green suit, silly flying device, and green gas in order to prevent my company from going out of business.
But Master, the green ooze we stole from the Ninja Turtles movie is known to cause insanity.
I'm Willem Dafoe. Look at me. Nobody's going to notice if I'm cackling a bit more than usual.
He consumes green gas. lights flash, thunder crackles, and the Danny Elfman score becomes ever so slightly dramatic.
Oh shit. Willem's transforming before my very eyes.
He jumps out of the chamber.
That's right. I have become shit. I look exactly the same. Why did Tobey get muscles? I'm still all wrinkly and gaunt. This makes me angry. Goblin smash.
He kills his assistant.
Now I'll become the campiest, most over-the-top villain the world has ever seen. I've clearly not learned my lesson from Speed 2.
Exterior roof. Tobey jumps from rooftop to rooftop with the help of surprisingly awful CGI.
This is fun. Now if I could only figure out how to work the web shooters.
Tobey makes the film's 300th reference to the Superman movies as he attempts to shoot his web.
How do I do this?
He consults the manual.
Let's see. To shoot web, press and hold the A button and move forward on the D-pad. To swing from the web, press B.
He succeeds! His web shooters are organic? Worst comic book movie ever. Tobey Maguire proceeds to make an amazing costume.
Holy shit! I've gained the spider powers of costume designer James Atkinson.
CGI Tobey Maguire, in costume, swings through a CGI city on a CGI web, whizzing by CGI people in CGI cars. This is supposed to be thrilling, but its cartoony fluidity makes it tamely unremarkable.
Uh-oh, the second act is starting. I better get to the World Unity Parade.
Exterior World Unity Parade. The entire cast is present at the parade. So is Macy Gray, for no goddamn reason at all, because her voice sucks.
This sure is a grandiose, colorful parade we are enjoying.
Suddenly, CGI Willem Dafoe enters on his doohickey.
Oh no! The crackling, insane villain who was created as a result of green goo has made himself known to the world at a parade where he plans to bring destruction to a city of innocent people.
Are you worried Spider-Man won't be able to save us?
No, I'm worried everyone will confuse this movie with Batman. The fact that Danny Elfman ripped himself off doesn't help either.
Now I will wreak havoc upon those who oppose me.
CGI Willem Dafoe brutally murders his board of directors.
Let's see. Military guy who threatened to stop financing me. Check. Board of directors who fired me. Check. Yep. Looks like I have killed everyone. I guess I'll just have to kill my son. Because I am the villain.
Not so fast, CGI Willem Dafoe. You are in some clear and present danger. Ha! Quiver at my charming sarcastic wit.
Weren't Spider-Man's wisecracks in the comic books funny?
I don't know. But what I do know is it's time for a Mississippi burning of you by me.
CGI Willem Dafoe stares blankly at CGI Tobey Maguire.
You can't see through my expressionless mask, but I'm staring at you with disgusted contempt right now.
Hey, at least my costume doesn't make me look more like an action figure than my actual action figure.
You bastard! Time for you to take a ride with the devil.
They fight! Then they fight some more! Then CGI Tobey Maguire rescues Kirsten Dunst.
You saved me! Oh, and you copped a feel while we were singing. I think I love you.
What about your boyfriend?
What do you know about him? And why does your voice sound so familiar?
Oops, bye.
He swoops away. Tobey Maguire enters.
Oh, hey, Kristen. Kirsten, I was just in an area. How's it going?
Pretty well, Toby. I think I'm in love with Spider-Man.
Funny you should mention that. I happen to know him quite well, as I am his photographer.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, Toby. Seriously. No real person would say that and expect to keep their identity a secret. You need to be more careful, all right? Speaking of more careful, I'm going to walk home in the dark now and take a detour into a dark alley that dead ends. See ya!
She leaves and surprisingly gets ambushed by stock thugs.
Let's rape her and kill her and rape her again.
Suddenly, CGI Tobey Maguire appears and saves her again.
Okay, I did that one on purpose so I could see you again, but hey, look at my nipples through my wet shirt.
Yeah, I saw those in the trailer. That's probably why people came to see the movie. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got a meeting with CGI Willem Dafoe.
Exterior rooftop. CGI Tobey Maguire. What? Oh. CGI Tobey Maguire talks to CGI Willem Dafoe.
So, Toby, I was wondering if you wanted to join me.
What? Are you kidding? Join you in what? Why are you even asking me such a stupid question?
Because this is the part in the Superman script where the bad guy asks the good guy to join him.
Well, no.
Fine. Then I will kidnap Kirsten Dunst if you wish to see her again. Be at the bridge in an hour. Wah!
Interior Queensboro Bridge. CGI Willem Dafoe dangles Kirsten Dunst on his left and a cable holding up a car full of children on his right. Seriously, this is supposed to be a Gwen Stacy scene.
Yes.
I hate you, Spider-Man. Now I will make you choose between innocent children and the love of your life.
Why?
Because your costume is exactly the primary light colors. Mine is not. How the hell should I know?
This is completely ridiculous.
This is only the beginning of my over-the-top villainy. Later, I plan on putting a kitten in a microwave with a timer on it that only can be defused by solving a puzzle cube.
He drops them both.
Shit. If I choose Kirsten, I am a horrible person for allowing innocents to die. But if I choose the children, what kind of man am I for allowing to die? For allowing to die the woman I love? There's only one thing I can do.
He grabs Kirsten and the cable as well.
No, look, you pay attention. You were supposed to make a choice. That was the damn point.
Kirsten, grab onto my genitals. For safety.
Kirsten lowers herself onto the cable car, which CGI Tobey lowers slowly to the ground.
Fine, then I will kill just you.
Suddenly, he's pelted by fruit. The New Yorkers on the bridge are attacking him.
What? Seriously? This is just mindlessly pandering to our unusually strong sense of national unity.
Haha, that's right, New York. When you let 6-foot action figures kill costume superheroes, then the terrorists have already won.
Grr, I will take you away from here to an isolated soundstage.
They speed off to the side, and the cityscape awkwardly shifts to a small abandoned building. CGI Willem beats the hell out of CGI Tobey. CGI Tobey beats the hell out of CGI Willem.
Wait, don't kill me. The green ooze causes me to be insane. Truly, this brings up the question of if I am truly guilty of merely a victim to the manifestation of my own hubris.
His doohickey crushes his testicles against a rubber wall.
Man, I picked a bad time to be a villain. A little earlier and you wouldn't have even existed. Ugh.
Once again, the city is safe from giant plastic toys.
Exterior New York City. CGI Tobey Maguire swings through the streets, eventually landing on the Empire State Building, with the Empire State Building visible behind him.
So, back to the stupid narration. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man. Damn it.
End. Fade in. Exterior New York. Tobey Maguire has power equivalent to a demigod, but occasionally this makes him late to things. This makes him upset.
I'm upset.
Relax, pal. I'm going to introduce you to your hero, Alfred Molina. He's going to make me rich, and I need more money than I currently have because I've only got one butler and a single 2-story apartment manor. First world problems, huh?
Dude, have you seen my shitty house and shitty apartment? You're kind of a dick friend.
Actually, the script makes me edgy and abrasive because I'm sad. A masked superhero killed my father, you see.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm the dick friend.
Why do you say that?
No reason.
Interior garish warehouse. Alfred Molina and James Franco hold a potentially unstable fusion experiment in front of a crowd of unshielded civilians.
Look, I understand the risks of this experiment. That's why I'm wearing protective goggles and a semi-autonomous tentacle set.
You're also wearing a singlet to a demonstration of potentially unstable sustained fusion.
That's right.
So to recap, dangerous fusion experiment, singlet and goggles. That's your idea of precautionary measures?
Well, I wouldn't want to be blinded if the reactor explodes. I'm not an idiot, Franco.
The very well thought out experiment backfires. Holy shit! Killing the wife of the one person in the room capable of supervillainy.
Jesus Christ, how does Oscar make any money? Selling this shit to Wile E. Coyote?
Alfred Molina is rushed to a hospital to have his tentacles removed. Director Sam Raimi, briefly unencumbered by slavishly recreating the arc of a superhero film, pays homage to his earlier schlock horror catalog in a hospital sequence that has nothing to do with the tone and flow of the movie. It's also the best part of the movie.
I will now have a conflicted internal monologue with my metal appendages. That's horrible. I agree.
That came across better in the last film when Willem Dafoe spoke to himself. Maybe the tentacle should have emitted more than an incoherent hissing noise.
Although willing to horrifically murder benevolent medical staff, Alfred Molina plots to steal money from a bank instead of stealing or intimidating his way to research materials because the laws of commerce are important to supervillains. Interior the bank from The Mask.
Okay. You can't foreclose on my aunt. She's a sweet old lady, which should influence your reasoning because la la la, sweet lady.
Look, I couldn't care less, unless either of you can get me into a room with Chevy Chase.
They can't. To relieve the awkwardness, Alfred Molina attacks the bank. Tobey Maguire fights him with dated CGI.
Eat bags full of coins, Spider-Man.
Coins? Really? You know your actual hands are free to carry guns, right?
Alfred Molina is struck, kicked, elbowed, and webbed, but is finally defeated by a blow from an old lady's umbrella. Interior charity gala. Daniel Guyes, is introduced as the eventual man-wolf, but the script decides to pursue him as a charmless romantic lead because people go to Spider-Man films to see close-up of Kirsten Dunst moping.
Wow, that was a waste of celluloid. Hey, James Franco.
You killed my father.
Oh, crap.
Through your negligence at not unveiling Spider-Man.
Oh, yes, that was me. Douchebag friend, right here.
Exterior New York. Tobey Maguire, beset by personal problems and girl trouble, can no longer shoot webbing on command.
Thinly veiled metaphor for impotence. Check. This would be less gross in a film where the superhero's main power wasn't to discharge sticky silver fluid on a constant basis.
Don't worry, we'll give you back your powers at arbitrary moments that have nothing to do with the regaining of your confidence.
I like the sound of that. Wait, does this mean that the first movie was a metaphor for discovering how to jerk off?
Interior cafe. Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst agonize over nothing for a few minutes before a giant fucking car is thrown at them, both through the window, which they barely survive.
Tobey Maguire, I was told you would know where to find Spider-Man. Your girlfriend dies if you don't tell me.
Wow. Just wow. Do you always begin a line of questioning by throwing a car at someone's head?
Yeah, and how effective a hostage do you think I'd be as thin as a red paste on the floor?
Seriously, you're meant to be a scientist. I guess your PhD didn't cover the effect 2 tons of metal has when thrown at a human body.
Exterior train. Tobey Maguire and Alfred Molina fight. Then they fight some more. Then they fight a little bit just to mix it up.
For God's sakes, you've got super strength and I'm pummeling you with fucking steel tentacles. What are you made of, Teflon?
Eventually, through plot contrivances, Tobey Maguire ends up inside the train, unmasked.
Use your mask. We won't tell anyone what you look like.
Right. A subway full of New Yorkers promised not to use something for financial or personal gain. This is the biggest plot hole of all time.
Tobey Maguire is defeated by a single blow from one of the tentacles that has been striking him for 20 solid minutes. After some more tortured exposition, Tobey Maguire goes after Alfred Molina, presumably for some more pretend fighting. Interior, Alfred Molina's dockside lair.
This went so well last time, I just had to try it again. Hopefully the next inevitable tragedy will leave me with metal kraken teeth.
Tobey Maguire turns up, but is once again overmatched, until unveiling the secret weapon of all superheroes, a tragic monologue reminding the villain of their former selves.
Hey, remember when you told me that intelligence was to be used for the good of mankind? I think we should be moving away from the whole power of the sun in my hand fusion death reactor.
But the tentacles won't let me! Actually, no, I've shut them up with no apparent effort. What were you saying?
You have to stop this.
You're absolutely right. I will not die a monster!
Alfred Molina dies with dignity, sinking to the bottom of the river covered in metal tentacles, trailing after his failed life's work in a trench coat reappropriated from a sex offender's wardrobe. Interior, James Franco's manor. James Franco is sad because Tobey Maguire killed his father. He looks in the mirror and sees his father, Willem Dafoe.
I'm alive in you, son.
Wait. Your delusions in the first movie were caused by the serum you injected into yourself. Alfred Molina's were caused by artificially intelligent robotic appendages. Am I just a whack job?
Sure, let's go with that. Anyway, avenge me.
James Franco panics and shatters the mirror, revealing all of his father's cool shit.
This stuff worked so well on Tobey Maguire in the first movie. It's a no-fail plan.
Interior, Tobey Maguire's shitty apartment.
We can't be together, Kirsten Dunst. It's too dangerous.
My name is Kirsten, and what if I tried to show fewer
Kirsten.
teeth when I smile?
Did I say too dangerous? I meant let's do this.
They kiss.
Well, for all the shortcomings, this is a pretty solid flick. It's definitely the best Spider-Man film that ever got made.
Oh, I don't know. What if director Sam Raimi makes a sequel?
Oh, don't make me say it. Best, this one?
You never know. Someday, there may even be a reboot of the whole...
Best.
End. Fade in. Exterior, New York City. Tobey Maguire walks around being a pompous windbag to everyone.
Yeah. In the first and second movie, everyone hated me. But now everyone loves me, so I wear a shirt. Oh, so I wear shit. No, I wear a shit-eating grin constantly. Sorry. Sorry. I can't read. Great power and great responsibility. Totally kick-ass.
Toby attends a musical starring Kirsten Dunst.
They say watching this film is wonderful. It's wonderful. So they say, I doubt they can mean it, or else they've never seen it. I also know they say it's full of sound. And though filled with song and dance, it's wonderful. And wonderful in every way, so they say. Yeah.
James Franco watches the plotless, awful musical from the balcony and takes a moment to glare at Toby's shit-eating grin.
God, I fucking hate that guy. If only there was something I could do to avenge my father's death, like publicize the secret identity of Spider-Man, thereby ruining his life. Something like that would be great.
Toby goes backstage to find Kirsten, who has already been in the film more than anybody would like.
Was I? Was I good? Tell me I was good. No. Tell me the truth. No. Wait. Tell me that I was good, but make sure it's the truth.
Golly gee whiz, Kirsten. You were so good. So good that my head could just burst with how good you were. Nobody at all was eager for the scene to end, and not a single member of the audience looked at his ticket to make sure he didn't walk into the wrong theater. I promise.
Oh, I had no idea that one of the many powers of the spider was being a hopelessly pussy-whipped little bitch.
Let's go to the woods and stare up at the stars just to make sure the audience is so bored that they'll welcome anything that advances the story, no matter how idiotic.
A big black ball of ooze shoots down from the sky, conveniently landing mere feet from the only guy on the planet with the superpowers of a spider. Meanwhile, exterior science facility. Thomas Haden Church escapes from prison only to accidentally fall into a ridiculous plot contrivance that turns him into a guy made of sand.
Oh no, I'm made of sand now. And now empowered with all the abilities of a pile of sand. Like getting in your clothes and getting hot under the sun to burn your feet. Ooh. And also flying for some reason.
Oh no, our experiment's gone awry. Damn! Every time science experiments go poorly, it always makes a new enemy for Tobey Maguire. You think the guy would be bombing research facilities out of desperation?
Why the hell isn't my daughter's locket sand as well? Also, all of my clothes are.
Interior Rosemary Harris apartment. Tobey, with nobody to turn to for expository dialogue except his aunt Rosemary Harris, wastes 10 more minutes of everyone's time talking about his boring-ass relationship.
I want to propose to Kirsten Dunst. I think I've done a good job of just barely holding together my double life as well as my relationship with her, so I know I'm ready.
Do I ever die in the comics? God, I'm sick of being in these movies. Can I die? Fuck. Anyway, the husband has to put his wife ahead of himself. Can you do that?
No, not at all. Clearly no. Kirsten's life has been put in danger in the climax of both previous movies, indicating her closeness to me is a complete danger to her. The fact that I would ever even consider continuing to put her life in jeopardy by maintaining a relationship with her indicates that I place my own desire for companionship above her very life. It is incredibly patently obvious that I absolutely cannot put her above me, even a little bit.
Gives a shit. My old ring. Now go away now. We're starting. Tobey leaves, wearing that shit-eating grin again. Finally, having had enough of it, James Franco surfs through the air and attacks Tobey. Suddenly, they both turn into not crayons, cartoons as they fight each other.
You knew this day was coming, Tobey.
What? That one day you would take your father's equipment and come after me?
No. That one day the incredibly popular Spider-Man film franchise would deteriorate into a mindless mess of poorly directed, poorly animated sequences, strung together with awful writing, meant to do nothing but cash in on the abundance of patience offered by fans.
Tobey throws one of James' pumpkin bombs back at James. It explodes in James' face and has absolutely no effect whatsoever except to distract him long enough for Tobey to trip him off his board with a spiderweb.
What the hell? Didn't those bombs fucking vaporize people in the first movie?
James winds up in a hospital with amnesia because this movie is basically a daytime soap opera with some superheroes thrown in occasionally.
Hey, buddy. I heard you have amnesia. Do you remember anything? Like, maybe about us being arch rivals?
I don't actually have amnesia, dude. I'm just hoping to lay low and disassociate myself from this awful cartoon of a movie. I mean, I got dispatched the way Sylvester the cat does when he chases Tweety. It even had a boing sound.
Just reviews. They said I was swollen and mousy and terribly miscast and annoying to watch.
Wow, they hated the play that much?
These are the only reviews for this movie.
Oh.
Suddenly, a crane goes out of control downtown, threatening the lives of an office full of people, including Bryce Dallas Howard, a girl from Tobey's class on comic book physics.
I've got to say the only girl in the movie more irritating than you. Sorry.
No less than 30 fucking minutes into the movie, Tobey finally dons his costume and we actually see the title character. Exterior downtown, Bryce Dallas Howard dangles from a ledge as a crane destroys large sections of an office building, presumably killing many people.
I'm dangling. It's amazing how often people in this movie wind up dangling from something, given that it's kind of the only thing Tobey is really good for.
Fear not, the man with the body of a superhero and the voice of a 12-year-old boy is here.
The chief of police, now played by recognizable actor James Cromwell, arrives on the scene.
Oh no! Student and part-time model Bryce Dallas Howard is in danger. This is unfortunate. It is unfortunate for you because you are her father. It is also unfortunate for me, aspiring photographer and all-around douchebag, because I am dating her. Did all of that exposition sound natural or totally forced?
Nah, as bad as it was still better than the writing on my season of 24. CGI Tobey rescues Bryce as enormous slabs of concrete fall and smash the people on the ground. Smash! Having saved the cute blonde girl, he leaves.
What the fuck? Didn't this scene start by showing me in mortal peril? Are you just going to let me die?
Sorry, I only rescue people if they're dangling. Call one of the other hundreds of Marvel superheroes that live in New York City. I heard Daredevil needs work.
Tobey and Kirsten bore us with some more relationship bullshit.
I'm so sick of never having any time with you. Plus, my career sucks, and I'm taking it out on you.
Wait a minute. At the end of the last film, you begged me to get into a relationship with you, knowing full well that I'm Spider-Man and that I have responsibilities beyond just being a boyfriend. I spent 2 whole movies saying a relationship was a bad idea because I'm a superhero, and you told me you can handle it, but now you can't just because you're lonely?
Yep.
Wow. What a complete and total fucking bitch.
Plus, I'm also pissed that Bryce kissed you.
Aren't you an actress? Don't you kiss people in plays all the time? How is this any different? Besides, I've saved you from certain death at least a dozen times. I've earned the right to be the meat in a stripper sandwich if I want.
Tobey visits the police station to get away from Kirsten. Interior police station, James Cromwell talks to Tobey and Rosemary. So yeah, it turns out that the guy you thought killed your uncle wasn't the guy. Turns out it's Thomas Haden Church, conveniently the villain for this movie.
Why? It doesn't add anything to his character at all. God, this movie sucks.
I understand about this question. Why didn't you tell us then? We didn't want to upset you. Then why are you telling us now? Didn't you just hear your nephew? This movie sucks. That's why. Interior Tobey's apartment. Tobey tries to sleep, but that black ooze we forgot about from the first 10 minutes of the movie decides to make an appearance. It turns his costume black for some reason.
This new suit. It's so much more powerful, which I will illustrate by performing stunts that I performed in prior movies while wearing my regular suit.
He combs his hair down, so the audience knows he is in emo Tobey mode. New costume ready, CGI Tobey finds Thomas Haden Church and kicks his sandy ass.
Can't see shit. My name is Tobey Maguire. You killed my uncle. Prepare to die.
Yes.
I'm not a bad guy. Just a guy with that's had some bad luck.
Then why the fuck are you the villain of this movie?
They fight some more, and Tobey wins, using his new power of being kind of a dick. Meanwhile, Kirsten Dunst visits James Franco and dances with him. Eventually, she kisses him. This sends Tobey over the edge to pure evil, illustrated by him demanding cookies from his landlord's daughter, putting his feet on desks, popping his collar, and dancing his way down the street like a total ass clown. He does throw a bomb at the significantly more evil James Franco, though, so that's kind of evil.
I'm going to take Bryce Dallas Howard to the jazz club where Kirsten works now and make her jealous.
Are you sure you wouldn't want to rather something interesting, like, I don't know, fight the villain?
Nah, people had enough interesting action sequences in the last 2 movies. petty relationship squabbles are what people want to see now.
Kirsten Dunst sings for the second fucking time in the movie, and Tobey launches into the third dance sequence in order to make Kirsten jealous. Also, Willem Dafoe makes an obvious and distracting cameo, which is meant to be cute, but is actually confusing for anybody who notices him, which is everyone.
You're such a jerk right now, Tobey. If only there was some way I could get back at you for embarrassing me. Like, I don't know, reveal that you're Spider-Man and ruin your life. Something like that would be great.
Wow, you and James Franco really are perfect for each other.
Oh.
During the sequence, Tobey accidentally knocks Kirsten down. Everyone gasps.
Hashtag me too. What the fuck? I threw a bomb at my friend's face in the last scene and nobody cared, but I accidentally hit a girl and finally people are buying that I'm an asshole when I wear the black suit. Ugh.
Tobey puts the rest of his costume on, specifically in order to go to a church and rip the entire thing off. Topher Grace happens to walk into the same church at the same time because director Sam Raimi has completely stopped fucking caring.
All right, what the hell? I thought
now.
this movie was supposed to have some venom. Like, there's supposed to be like 20 minutes left. More venom, more venom.
The black ooze grabs Topher and turns him into venom.
Oh my god, he looks ridiculous. Am I watching the Spider-Man cartoon now or something? Less venom, less venom.
Topher Grace finds Thomas Haden Church.
So I think we should team up to kill Tobey.
Yeah, killing people is awesome. And for the record, though, I'm not a bad guy.
Great. So the plan is this. I'll act like my nerdy, sarcastic character from that 70s show. And when Tobey is distracted thinking about how shameful it is to bring an iconic character like Venom to the screen like that, I'll hit him with a cinder block.
It's good, but there needs to be more dangling.
Topher dangles Kirsten Dunst a car and a truck.
Oh no, dangling. I'm needed.
Oh, Tobey, I need your help.
Right. I'll have you down in a minute.
No, I need your help understanding how the bad guys even knew to abduct me this time, right? How does Topher even know who I am, let alone that I'm dating Spider-Man?
Tobey tries to rescue Kirsten, but Thomas turns into a giant glob of dirt, and Topher uses his powers of irritating comic relief. Suddenly, James Franco shows up to help.
You came to help.
Nah, I came because I wanted to be in the credits above the guy from Wings.
Okay. I'll take the guy who has the same powers as me. You take the enormous, invulnerable monster that cannot be killed or stopped.
Sounds fair.
They fight. James discovers that superheating Thomas turns him into breakable glass, but he doesn't use that to defeat him. Eventually, Thomas is knocked over.
Rather than turn back into the monster and resume wreaking havoc, I'm just going to give up and morph into a human for no good reason until the fight is over.
All right. Now that Thomas has just given up entirely, we can both focus on Topher. Surely the two of us together can kill him.
Topher stabs James with his own stupid surfboard. Suddenly, Tobey uses some metal pipes to make an annoying ringing sound.
No ringing!
Wow, that's like the worst weakness in comic book history. A fucking phone call would knock you on your ass.
Fuck this guy. Tobey throws one of James' pumpkin bombs at Topher.
Tobey, no, it'll kill him.
No, it won't. I've thrown 2 of these things at your head in the movie. They don't do shit.
The bomb explodes, completely vaporizing Topher and his suits.
All right, what the fuck?
Thomas Haden Church confronts Tobey.
Dude, totally sorry about killing your uncle.
I forgive you. On the condition you don't smash me against steel beams anymore.
I really wanted another singing sequence.
What is this? An episode of Dr. Phil? Why are we all crying?
20 minutes of stupid-looking, nerdy Venom, half the movie devoted to relationship troubles, a whiny hero Sandman, and 5 scenes containing either singing or dancing. Why couldn't this movie have been any good?
End. Fade in. Exterior, New York City. Andrew Garfield is brooding on a tall building.
Who am I? You sure want to know? If somebody told you I'm an average, ordinary guy, not a care in the world? Oh shit, this is a wrong Spider-Man script. God, it's like trying to tell a hockey player apart from a convict. Better just start over.
Fade in. Exterior, New York City. Andrew Garfield is getting his ass beat by bully Chris Zylka.
This'll teach you to stand up for other weak, defenseless kids who might bully.
Well, this is the last time I do anything for non-selfish reasons until halfway through the second act. So I guess it does.
Emma Stone shows up.
Chris, you leave the Abercrombie model alone. We have to go to SAT prep classes, listen to self-indulgent music, get drunk on non-alcoholic beer, and do other high school stuff because we're high school kids. Honest.
Andrew goes home to his uncle Martin Sheen.
Say Uncle Martin. I just found my dad's briefcase in the basement. This raises all kinds of questions as to why do you have it? And is this movie really going to be this obvious about his plot devices?
It's not important at all. It's just a briefcase, and definitely doesn't have a secret compartment with files in it that, like your dad's desk did.
Andrew takes the case upstairs and finds secret files smeared with math. Also, there's a picture of Rhys Ifans, whom Andrew Googles.
Rhys was my dad's science BFF, who now plays God by crossbreeding species. 2 Odds Corp!
Interior Oscorp. Andrew lies about his identity to sneak onto a tour, which is led by Emma.
Hi, I'm the head intern here, and even though I've needed several master's degrees just to get this position, I'm just a teenager, really. Hey, you're not a prospective intern here. Promise me you won't sneak off and I'll be in huge trouble.
Andrew agrees and then immediately sneaks off. He gets into restricted areas since Oscorp has an iOS game instead of a security system.
This room is filled with spiders! A giant machine with an unclear purpose! Gosh, if science isn't dandy!
Andrew touches one of the webs, which causes the entire machine to stop working, and also covers him with fucking spiders, one of which bites him.
How uncontrived!
Andrew is caught, but allowed to go home, because trespassing isn't illegal in the Marvel universe. Exterior, New York City. Andrew discovers he has superpowers by accidentally sexually assaulting someone on the subway and beating up her rescuers. This is the birth of a hero. The next morning, Andrew visits Rhys' house after Googling his address.
Hey, Rhys. I'm your best bro son. Tell me about the top secret research you were doing for him.
Sure, you're entitled to that information. I want to grow my arm back using cutting-edge science.
Couldn't you make some kind of, robot arm instead?
That's as idiotic as my not being able to continue the research after your dad died, because I'm only a super genius, whereas he was a super duper one.
But the solution is so obvious. You just have to account to the rings of polynomials, obeying the commutative law often enough for the fractal geometry to quantify. Combinatoractics. I can't speak.
Of course. It's so obvious I might kill myself for not figuring it out. You can be my new assistant.
Okay. Hey, what's the sinister looking device in the corner?
Oh, that's the climactic MacGuffin device, used to spray either poison or antidote on the entire city. It doesn't have anything to do with anything, and will definitely not be important later. Now, let's get a nice long close-up of the device to satisfy the director's Nolan-esque hand-holding style of storytelling.
Andrew goes home where he's yelled at by Martin Sheen.
What the fuck, Andrew? Not only did you get sent to the principal's office for using your superpowers to out-douche Chris Sayaka, but you also didn't pick up your aunt like I asked. She had to take a subway home. She could have been sexually assaulted by a teen with newfound superpowers. Now, I'm not your father, but...
Realizing he's been reading the wrong script again, Andrew storms off into a convenience store.
I wanted to buy that chocolate milk because I'm like a 4-year-old.
It's 207.
But I only have 205. Couldn't you like spot me the extra 2 cents?
The clerk doesn't do that because all New Yorkers are hateful pieces of shit. Suddenly the store is robbed!
Somebody stop that guy. He took all the cash from the register, which amounts to maybe a fifth of the money in the store since I keep the rest in the safe in anticipation of this exact scenario.
No policy.
Martin Sheen notices the robber drop a gun and tries to grab it, earning lots of Paragon points in the process. He's also shot to death.
Oh, melodrama! If only I had tried to stop the robbery with my superpowers, I definitely would have received any gunshot wounds I received.
Andrew starts hunting down thugs who look like Martin's killer, but none of them have the fuck Jed Bartlett tattoo the killer did. He also makes the Spider-Man costume in a sequence that feels tacked on, even though it reveals the goddamn title character. Interior Oscorp. Rhys is experimenting on amputee mice, whose limbs he probably hacked off in the first place. Wow, that's fucked up. Irrfan Khan interrupts him.
Is the skeletal grow ready yet? Norman Osborn, who is your boss and who commissioned this research, needs it ASAP.
Norman Osborn, my boss. Everybody got that? What exactly is he dying from that regrowth potion will cure?
He read the script for this movie and puked his guts out, so he needs new ones.
Well, the serum isn't ready yet. I need to mutilate and then cure more mice before we test it on people.
Nah, for some reason, I'm trying to become the most unlikable character since Stephen Dallas, so I'm going to fire you. Take the potion and test it on American veterans without telling them. Fuck the troops. Fuck America.
He leaves, and Rhys injects himself with some serum that Irrfan didn't take for some reason, causing his transformation into a monstrous Adobe After Effects project.
Must kill Khan!
Exterior New York City. Andrew has been invited to Emma's house for dinner. He scales her building and meets her by her window on the 24th story.
Isn't she really cute? I find this charming and will ignore the giant red flag your entrance would send up if you were literally anybody else.
They sit down to dinner with Emma's father, Police Captain Dennis Leary.
Spider-Man sucks. I wish he were here right now so I could give him a piece of my nightstick. But that dramatic irony being what it is, I'll settle for taking out my frustration on the boy I just found out was alone with my daughter.
Spider-Man's awesome! He's way better than the police at everything and should totally be allowed to date Emma.
Actually, my reasons for hating him are completely valid. He runs around beating up only criminals who look like Martin Sheen's killer, and doesn't know his way out of actually helping people. Blah, blah, blah. But please, continue making an ass out of yourself and ruin this dinner.
He totally does.
Great. Now hang out unsupervised with my daughter. Boy, I'm a great dad.
Sure are. Mind if I expose my secret identity to her?
Yes, I mind. Wait, that wasn't a euphemism. Okay, then go for it.
Andrew tells Emma who he is, and she ignores her father's points on why he's a dangerous wacko. proving she's a teenage girl after all. They kiss.
Well, that was nice, but the plot's clearing his throat impatiently, so I'll go check all that screaming over there.
Andrew suits up and swings through the city. This is in first-person perspective 3D because Universal Studios rides are the next step in movie making.
At least I balanced out the gimmicky 3D by having a shallow depth of field for every non-action scene, which completely defeats the purpose of having 3D at all. That way, everyone's annoyed.
Andrew arrives at a bridge where Rhys is trying to murder Irrfan, whose Indian accent has suddenly become extremely pronounced.
Wow, you look like Bruce Timm's rejected Killer Croc concept art.
Said the guy in the most patriotic gimp outfit this side of the Mason-Dixon line.
Rhys chucks several cars off the bridge and runs off.
Diving for citizens! I'm finally in my element!
Andrew saves everyone, including a little kid. This lets us forget that Andrew has been and will continue to be an abhorrent shit smear of a person. Interior Oscorp. Rhys is turned back into a human because his genetics uncrossed. Andrew enters.
Hey, Rhys. I saw that a giant lizard monster on the news. How would someone with spider powers go about killing it?
No one can kill it. Lizards are excellent predators. No one should even try to get in the way of their work, especially not teenagers or actors pretending to be teenagers.
Okay, wait. Do we know each other's secret identities or not, even though it's obvious?
Well, I don't know yours, because the subtext of your extremely pointed questions has gone over my head entirely. You know mine, because even though you can't get subtext, I have some leftover scales. Also, that test mouse has turned into an affront to God and is eating the other mice.
Well, we rejected it days ago. Why didn't it turn back into a regular mouse?
Because the script told it not to. Anyway, I'm off to set up another lab in the sewers. Don't follow me there.
Interior sewer. Andrew sets up a giant web, which will tell him if Rhys is lurking in the tunnels to his right or left. In a move anticipated by everyone except Andrew, Rhys attacks from above. They fight, and Andrew gets all 3 dimensions of his ass kicked. He swims away.
Wahaha, nothing can stop the lizard. I'm the next step in human evolution, and seriously, guys, a power-mad green villain talking to himself? Is there any difference between this movie and the Sam Raimi version?
Interior high school. Andrew is talking with Emma Stone, who is not Kirsten Dunst. So at least that's different.
So now Rhys knows who I am because I left my expensive camera in the sewer like a dipshit. I also wrote my name on it like a bigger dipshit.
That's so obnoxious, as claiming you created the lizard that just because you gave Rhys your dad's algorithm. Like, if you were going that far out on a limb, we might as well say he created you by maintaining that giant spider machine.
But my way is more angst, which nobody has grown sick of yet, I assume.
Suddenly Rhys attacks.
My man-made webbing isn't effective. The obvious solution to more webbing.
What are you going to do when you run out of web fluid?
Well, that sure would add some tension to the scene and validate my having web shooters instead of using Raimi natural webbing shortcut. Seems I have an infinite amount of web cartridges. Never mind.
Andrew and Rhys fight some more. There's an absurd cameo by Stan Lee, even though that stopped being clever 8 fucking years ago. But it's still cool.
Whoops. Time for the climax. See you at Oscorp.
Get it. Emma, Rhys is going to use the climactic MacGuffin device to turn everyone in Manhattan into a lizard monster.
But Manhattan is New York City's only borough. I'll have to go to Oscorp to create an anti-serum.
And I'll run from the cops.
There's some running, and some chasing, and some yawning before Dennis Leary captures Andrew.
You have to let me go. Rhys Ifans is an insane green monstrosity.
Bullshit. everyone knows that the Hulk is played by Mark Ruffalo, Edward Norton, or Eric Bana if you're a jackass about it. Anyway, I don't believe you.
But I'm your daughter's boyfriend.
That changes everything. Go stop Rhys.
Andrew swings toward Oscorp on giant cranes, moved into position by the father of the kid Andrew saved earlier. Apparently, acts of heroism must be validated and are not their own reward. Exterior Oscorp. Andrew gets down to business and starts losing to Rhys again. Dennis arrives and shotgun blasts Rhys in the face half a dozen times, making him the most badass person in a scene featuring two characters with amazing powers.
Quick, Andrew. You put Emma's anti-serum in the climactic MacGuffin device while I hold off this unstoppable beast.
Dennis does this by freezing Rhys in liquid nitrogen. This does not kill him, as science has long since stopped applying its fat ass to this movie. Rhys impales Dennis with his claws.
Huh. I wonder why I was always trying to strangle Andrew when I could have just stabbed him instead. Guess I'll try that now.
No, go anti-serum.
Rhys is covered in anti-serum, causing him to become human, and also a good guy who saves Andrew from falling off the roof. Script rewrites are fucking dumb.
I'm dying, Andrew. I can only whore myself out to one franchise at a time. And the world needs Ice Age, Mesopotamian circle jerk. Promise me you won't date Emma since she could be killed in a later movie.
Yeah, right. That'll happen. And that'll be a so-called The Death of Emma Stone's character or something. But since you're dying, I promise to leave her alone.
Dennis dies.
Actually, I changed my mind. And who wants to keep the promises made to the dead when I can knock Emma up and make a kick-ass sequel to Juno?
Credits. Interior jail.
Hey everyone, Lizard here. Just letting you all know we're making a sequel, and the cool, unique stuff you thought was going to be in this movie will be in that one. Please don't be mad that we tricked you into watching a crappier version of the same movie you saw in 2002. We won't do it again.
The entire production team has a massive orgy atop piles of your money because they can. And fade in. Interior Oscorp arachnid cruelty wing. Years ago, Spider-Man's dad, Campbell Scott, is experimenting on some innocent spiders and steals some top secret spider data. At home, Campbell meets with his wife, Embeth Davidtz.
By stealing that data, I put us in incredible danger, including our young son, Andrew Garfield. The only way to protect him is to straight up abandon his ass.
But that would lead to Andrew having a serious psychological superhero disorder, Matilda. Wouldn't it be better to just take him with us?
Gee, let me think about it. No.
Say Kevin McAllister, young Andrew. Interior plane. Campbell and Embeth fly away from their parental duties on the Deadbeat Express when the pilot pulls a gun on them.
Fuck, she said duty. It's Child Welfare Protective Service. How do they find us so fast?
No, stupid. I'm a shady assassin here to get that spider data you stole, but also to punish you for leaving your kid. Total dick move. Hopefully young Andrew won't grow up to be selfish jerks like you two.
He shoots Embeth. The plane nosedives, and Campbell and the pilot inception fight until Campbell kicks him out of the plane. As the plane plummets to its doom, Campbell spends his last moments sending the airline a strongly worded email about their shitty customer service. Exterior New York City, where else? Present day. The police are chasing after a plutonium truck that's been stolen by the scariest, most dangerous, most intimidating, most hardened criminal alive, Paul Giamatti.
Am I really committing this crime while wearing a tracksuit?
Howdy, Paul. Yeah, mind if I fling a few quips at you in the douchebaggiest way possible while you try to shoot me in the face?
You realize you just wasted 10 seconds not stopping me, in which I crashed into about 12 cars? and killed and/or injured dozens of people, right? Andrew?
All right, hold that thought while I go meet the film's major villain.
Andrew saves geeky Oscorp employee Jamie Foxx from becoming pavement pizza.
Wow, of all the people who were just horribly murdered, thanks to your inaction, you chose to save me.
Yeah, so don't make me regret it, okay?
In the 15 seconds Andrew spent chatting with Jamie, every cop car on the eastern seaboard crashes into the back of Paul's truck.
Calling all cars, abort Blues Brothers maneuvers, repeat, abort.
Holy shit, Andrew. Are you even trying to stop me? I could have crashed this truck and contaminated the entire city with plutonium by now. Andrew?
Oh, wait, hold that thought until I'm talking to my hot girlfriend, Emma Stone. Yeah, is that okay?
Andrew, you're missing our high school graduation. Hurry so you can come hear my heavy-handed foreshadowing speech.
High school? Did we flunk 12th grade like 9 times or something? Besides, I'm too busy being a hero and trying to save lives.
Why the hell did you stop to take my call? In the 20 seconds you spent talking to me, more people died, you jackass.
I love you too, sweetums. Now to put the cell phone back into one of my many pockets, wherever they are, which this skin-tight leotard certainly has.
Andrew finally stops Paul and pulls down his pants because, ew, really?
Thanks, Spider-Man.
Oh, don't mention it.
I didn't finish. I was saying thanks for taking fucking forever, resulting in multiple murders and millions of dollars in property damage, you prick.
Oh, it could be worse. I could be a Kryptonian.
Good point.
Exterior high school graduation instead of college because that would make too much goddamn sense, and we can't have any of that. No! Emma Stone is making her valedictorian speech.
Live your life to the fullest because death is closer than you think. That isn't ominous.
Now, to celebrate by shoving my tongue all the way down your throat and into your stomach in front of all your friends and definitely your loved one.
Andrew, I love you, which is why I'm breaking up with you. I mean, besides, you didn't promise my dad, Dennis Leary, that you'd stay away from me in order to ensure my safety.
Yeah, but he's dead, so how's he gonna find out?
Interior Oscorp fish cruelty wing. That's with everything there. Jamie slips on a banana peel and falls into a tank full of genetically enhanced electric eels, having mixed up his supervillain origin with his entry into America's Funniest Home Videos.
Why do we have a tank full of man-eating razor-toothed eels? Seriously, who put this here?
Jamie emerges from the tank as CGI-Jamie. Yes, this is in fact how he gets electricity powers.
In our defense, we were engineered to fix nearsightedness and gap teeth. So in that respect, we're a complete success.
Wait, so Electra's origin is changed from struck by lightning to bit my eels? Thanks for fucking up another franchise reboot, Orson Kurtzman.
Meanwhile, Interior Oscorp evil executive meeting room. Dane Dehaan addresses the table of evil executives.
My father is dead, so I'm the new head of Oscorp. Yeah, you heard me. Norman Osborn, the greatest enemy of Spider-Man in whatever medium he graces, is dead. Never saw his death or the body, but it definitely happened.
How the fuck is a 20-year-old the CEO of Oscorp? Why did our shareholders approve of this?
You're all skeptical, but I'm determined to earn your trust. Now, I'm making a cute girl I just met into the boss of you all, and I'm abandoning this meeting halfway through to go mope around New York for 12 hours. Laters!
Dane is approached by Andrew.
Hey there, Dane.
Do I know you, stranger?
It's me, your best friend Andrew.
Yeah, since when?
Yeah, the beginning of this scene.
But you never mentioned me or our friendship before now. Not once.
What are best friends from childhood? Got that?
Whatever.
Exterior Times Square. CGI-Jamie is scared and confused over his new electricity powers, which do not set his cloth hoodie on fire for some reason.
I must feed on the city's power grid to survive. You know, like electric eels do.
Jamie, calm down. I can tell you're an innocent victim of Oscorp's evil experiments like me, and that you don't want to hurt anybody.
Hey, you're right. It's not like getting electricity powers can suddenly change my whole personality and turn me into a violent killer.
Fuck, yes, it can.
Oh, damn. Well, I guess I'm evil now.
You're hearing voices again. Isn't this basically Green Goblin and Doc Ock and the Raimi films all over again?
How dare you bring up those other films? I'll teach you.
CGI-Jamie attacks the city with dubstep. Dubstep is for pussies. Andrew stops CGI-Jamie by hitting him with a fire hose.
Really? Turning a fire hose on a black man?
Oh, come on, Jamie. Put that card back in the deck. Besides, you're a Smurf now, so it's not offensive.
So wait, I got my powers from electrical eels, which lives in water, but water can stop me. So before I commit any supervillainy, I have to check the goddamn weather forecast first. Lame.
He's knocked out.
Andrew, I just witnessed you risk your life to save lots of people using annoying camera zooms and PS4 demographics. It was quite heroic.
So we're back together now?
Despite all that, you're still acting like a raging dickwad, so no.
CGI-Jamie is captured by Oscorp.
I am? How? There were cops all over the goddamn place. Wouldn't they have at least tried to arrest me? Does Oscorp own police or something? Please don't cut to the next scene without explanation.
Interior Oscorp, crucial plot point room.
Andrew, I'm dying of old people's disease, just like my dad, who it turns out worked with your dad to develop a Spidey healing cure. Spider-Man has vaguely spider-related powers, so I figure his blood must be able to fix my genetic disorder.
Yeah, there is no way you can make a bigger leap in logic than that.
Well, magic blood worked for Kirk in Star Trek Into Darkness, which was written by the same two hacks who wrote this movie.
That explains why this all sounds like bullshit. But wasn't there like a whole room full of those spiders in the last movie? Like, why don't you just, I don't know, let one of them bite you?
I was forced to destroy them all because of a lawsuit, which did not include destroying our equally dangerous electric eels for some reason.
A lawsuit filed by who? Certainly not the one dude who got bit by one of the spiders and was given superpowers. And for all we know, the Spidey blood could kill you.
Dude, look at me. I'm already knocking at death's door. I've got Hollywood illness makeup on and everything. I'm sure Spider-Man will save me.
Andrew shows up as Spider-Man.
I'd really like to help you, Dane, but I just remembered how much of an unlikable asswipe I am, so no.
Why even meet with me in the first place?
Oh, to troll you by letting you get this close to the one thing that might save your life only to snatch it away from you. Good luck with the whole so painful death thing.
He swings away. Dane, I've waited for this dramatically convenient moment to tell you Oscorp kept some of the spider's venom in a vault, but they won't let you in because plot.
Then I'll just go team up with someone who has electric powers to help me break in.
Interior Sally Field's house.
Aunt Sally, can you tell me what happened to my dad, Campbell Scott?
He stole the spider healing formula from Oscorp so he could sell it and left you behind because he thought you were a burden.
That totally alleviates my colossal fucking daddy issues. Thanks a lot, Sally.
My pleasure. Also, I'm a nurse now for some reason. Surely that will come into play later on. It won't. Just forget she even mentioned it. Interior abandoned subway tunnel. Andrew finds his dad's secret lab hidden inside a subway car that rises out of the ground on hydraulics.
How the fuck? How the fuck did my dad build this place without anyone noticing or hearing all the Transformer sound effects when it opens up? Daddy?
Dodson.
When I created the genetically enhanced spiders, I implanted them with my own DNA. So, only someone with my genetic code, dinosaur bones, can get superpowers. That's why I ran away.
But that doesn't explain why you took Mom with you. She had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Huh. Good point.
And if Oscorp had figured out like they needed your DNA, what was stopping them from getting it from me? The son you abandoned.
Ah, yeah. That's also a good point as well.
You fucking asshole!
All very good points indeed.
Interior Oscorp Black Site. Human cruelty wing. They're moving up. CGI-Jamie is being tortured by a scientist with a foreign accent, so you know he's pure evil. Dane breaks in.
Jamie, I'll give you your freedom and give you whatever you want as long as you hunt down Spider-Man for me. You like that?
Kill superheroes and they pay you for it. What's not to like?
Just so we're 100% clear, you're doing this because Andrew forgot your name, then remembered it for like 10 seconds later. It's a pretty lame motivation.
Sorry, but rejected my TV brain invention and skipped a meeting with me to go bone Rebecca Hall was ready taken.
Dane unchains CGI-Jamie and he transforms into pure energy and then reforms into Dr. Manhattan? Minus the full frontal wang, of course.
Am I wearing shorts? Where the fuck did these shorts come from? Did I make them out of electricity? How? Why? I'm so confused.
Interior Oscorp, Venom storage vault. CGI-Jamie helps Dane break in and he injects himself with Venom. No, not that one, unfortunately. And transforms into Goblin Dane?
It's a good thing this is also the knockoff Stark Technology storage wing.
He hops inside an Iron Goblin suit and takes off. Meanwhile, exterior New York City. Andrew stalks Emma until she finally takes his sorry ass back.
Remember, fellas, stalking isn't creepy if she says yes. And if she says no, well, that's what the ball gag and handcuffs are for. Jesus Christ.
Jamie's trying to drain all the city's power. We have to stop him.
Don't worry, Emma. I'll just go and have one more supervillain fight with him, and then we'll ride off into the sunset together and live happily ever after. Promises. Wink.
He swings off.
Why do I feel strangely uncomfortable all of a sudden?
Interior City Power Grid. Andrew fights CGI-Jamie inside of a Daft Punk music video. CGI-Jamie hits Andrew with electricity tentacles because electricity is a solid thing now.
Ha! I electro-proof my suit. You can't hurt me.
Dust disagrees.
CGI-Jamie nearly kills Andrew and the audience with more dubstep until Emma hits CGI-Jamie with a car because a Honda is greater than a superhuman.
I'll be damned if I'm going to sit around and be dead weight like a typical helpless love interest. How can I help?
By not being here and putting yourself directly in harm's way.
This is my choice to be here, meaning whatever happens to me is my own damn fault, not yours in any way. Got that? Okay. Now, lucky I know the power grid, so I can help you.
You know the power grid. You're fucking 18. Does Oscorp grant all of the teenage interns access to crucial city functions? That doesn't make Spidey sense.
Look, I can either help you out or I can scream annoyingly for 20 minutes until you rescue me like Kirsten Dunst. Which is it going to be?
Oh, fine. My plan is to kill Jamie by overloading him with electricity.
So you want to give the monster that grows stronger on electricity more electricity? I'm pretty sure he just devoured all the electricity in New York with no problem, but okay, whatever.
Emma flips a switch and kills CGI-Jamie. The audience tries not to notice how similar this is to the climax of Iron Man.
Hello, Andrew. I've deduced you're Spider-Man by, well, hearing Emma blab your name out. Yeah, that happened. Because you refused to give me your Spidey blood, I'm going to threaten your girlfriend who had nothing to do with it because super villainy.
Oh my God, you're doing your role in Chronicle again.
What? No way. This is a totally new character for me.
A lonely teenager suffering from a lifetime of neglect from his asshole father who suddenly gained superpowers and went on a rampage. Yeah, that doesn't sound like Chronicle at all.
My best friend since childhood using newfound flying powers, and oh my God, you're right.
Goblin Dane grabs Emma and threatens to drop her from the sky.
Let her go! I mean, no, wait, fuck!
Goblin Dane drops Emma. Andrew catches her with his symbolic web hand, but the fall kills her dead.
Oh, no! Why did I shadowing? Even though anyone with a passing knowledge of Gwen Stacy knows she dies, this is still pretty sad.
No, what's truly sad is the fact that I'm supposed to be Spider-Man's greatest nemesis, and you effortlessly curb stomped my ass in less than 3 minutes. That's basically a cameo appearance.
He falls unconscious.
In honor of Emma's death, I will give up saving people from the same fate as her by being Spider-Man no more. But only for about 5 months or so. That's enough time to get over a dead girl, right? I think so.
He quits.
Woohoo!
The criminals go nuts. Interior, totally not Arkham Asylum. Dane has been locked up and is looking less ghoulish because, well, reasons. Well, less ghoulish than he usually does.
Dane, you may be in prison, but we still have access to all of Oscorp's evil, sinister 6 technology.
Wait, Oscorp's still running? How? We were nearly on the brink of collapse at the start of the movie thanks to the lizard incident. How are we still standing after creating a giant electricity monster and after the CEO went on a killing spree?
That beats me. Now let's break Paul Giamatti out of prison so he can run around New York in a metal Toucan Sam costume. Toucan Sam costume. I'm sure that will accomplish something. Fucking Orkin Kurzman. Dude.
Interior New York City 5 months later. Rhino Paul Giamatti terrorizes the city while wearing a really shitty mech suit. Because what this movie needs in its last 5 minutes is to introduce another supervillain. A little boy dressed up as Spider-Man faces down Rhino Paul while dozens of police officers and bystanders just stand there and watch. Seriously, they don't move a goddamn inch to save this kid. They just let him walk straight into his death. Great job there, fucking New Yorkers.
Hey, Paul. Mind if you wait a moment to attack while I escort this kid away from our battle?
As a violent, murdering psychopath, I accept your request. Take all the time you need, really, all of it.
Unicorn.
Right. Andrew hits him with some CGI. Then the fight's over. Very unsatisfying. This sums up the whole movie. End. Fade in. Interior X-Men Days of Future Past.
The fuck?
We included this post-credit scene solely to trick everyone into thinking we were actually going to be an X-Men Spider-Man crossover of some kind. Yeah, right. Thanks for giving us all your delicious money, bitches.
Peace. The end. Oh, God, we wish this were the end. Stop making these, Sony. Just give the rights back to Marvel already, you greedy assholes.
Fucking Aviera.
And there you go, folks. That is the very abridged Spider-Man. I don't know what you call 5 movies. Quintilogy? Sure, that's the fucking word. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you at the next one.